Alrighty, I just got done removing the gas tank. So now I got this secured down, bolt here, bolt here. Now I just got to rip the fuel neck off, the vent tube. I'm pretty sure that's the vent tube. If not, I think that might be a return. Then the wiring. And I found out what this is. This is for the speedometer because it goes down to the rear diff. So get all that yanked out of there, then I can start getting the fuel cell together, run the new line down, and get everything hooked up. So should be about the home stretch. And then once that's all hooked up, we'll be able to see what happens. So I will come back when I got this yanked out of the way and get the fuel cell installed in here. So catch you guys then. Alrighty. Well, ran into an issue when I opened up the fuel line, which I know online they said this is 20 feet of fuel line they give you, but half of that's not even going to cover half the car. So what the company should have done in these kits, unless I didn't look hard enough, they should come with at least 30 feet of hose to work with. Especially when you got long vehicles. Now, I know a lot of people, when they get fuel kits off these websites, they're for a pickup truck or a small ass car, not a station wagon like this or something like that. But they should give you the option to have 30 or even 40 feet worth of fuel line to work with. Now, this is my first time working with ANPTFE fuel line, and I'll admit I had my first fuck up, which is in this box. And I don't even know where the other half of it went. Right here. Basically, I didn't have the line seated in there right. And then when I went to tighten it, this got ripped off. This side, right here, that's smooth as glass. Because I did look at, or I did read the instructions. Of course, right after I did that 90-degree angle fitting, I finally found the instructions and I read on it. And it said to tuck in that little olive piece under the braid, but on the outside of the rubber. So basically in between the two. So that way when you tighten the cone down or the nut down, it crushes the olive against the braid, which would then press that against the rubber to make it a nice snug fit. Well, when I went to tighten it down up here to the regulator, because right here would be the straight piece that I put in, and I had the elbow right here, I was tightening the straight end here. When I was tightening it, it tore the fuel line right out of the fitting because it wasn't fully seated in there. So, and I can't really, because they only gave me 20 feet of hose to work with, and I used maybe 10 inches of line already. I'm basically down to 19 feet of line left. And I still got to come up with a return line yet. This right here, this is going all the way to the fuel tank right now. I still got to come up basically another length of this going all the way back. So, again, if you order a kit off of Evil Energy, I would recommend getting another spool of fuel line just in case you have a mess up. And I'd also, if I were you, get another set of fittings. But honest review so far, not too thrilled. Just because there's not enough fuel line here in this kit. Now, I could have just read the ad wrong, or there wasn't an option, or whatever I didn't see. But so far, definitely not enough fuel line provided. And definitely not enough fittings. But for the price of everything, you get what you paid for. There is that. So, and I still got to come up with the fuel filter yet, or the two of them anyway, and the fuel pump. That's like another 6 cuts yet and fittings. And this is all that came with the kit. And you get a few straights. You actually get more straights than you do elbows. And I still got to use an elbow for the tank. And they only gave you 4 elbows. And then this, they give you different adapters, but these are for the, this is strictly for the regulator. So, yeah, if you get this kit off of Evil Energy, I'd recommend getting more fittings, and I'd recommend getting another spool of hose with it, just to be safe. Otherwise, you'll get in a predicament like me, where now I got to buy another spool of fuel line and another box of fittings. And that's putting this on wait now. So until then, we're on standstill yet again. But we are a lot further than what we were in the beginning of this. So there's the upside. So that'll conclude it for the video on this. I will catch y'all on the next one.